It's time now for the Pigskin Preview. Right now with me, I have head coach Eric Bergin from Pecatonica. The Indians are 1-8 from last year, and Coach Bergin is in his second season. And is it easier after you get your first year over to take over on that second year as being the head coach?
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, you're going into my third year.
Okay.
First year we just have varsity, but
okay, that's
yeah,
right.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, the kids know what the expectations are at varsity level now, so we got 1 year of that down, and how we're going to operate. And we went 1-8 last year, so kids really had the work cut out for them in the off season, and they have responded. And obviously could have more kids in here doing more stuff, but we had a good amount of kids in here. We did some work. Camp last week went well. Had a good number of kids out, and we're looking forward to getting the season started.
When you look back on last season, what were some of the positives that came out of last year for you as a coach? You picked up that win, and it was the first year back and all those things.
Well, obviously having a team, a varsity team, I already got that out of the way. Yeah, I haven't had to worry about that question or anything this year. Obviously we got the win, first win in a varsity win in a while around here. Could have had a few more, but we didn't. So we learned, the tough lessons there, how we have to compete and prepare, especially in our conference. Pretty good conference, play good competition every week. And we got to see, some kids out there in varsity competition, who we can count on, in certain spots and what we can do.
How did your fans enjoy last year? Did they seem to support you better after having a few years of not having varsity?
Oh, yeah, Fans 4 was awesome. Fans 4 was awesome. I mean, we had homecoming week. We had channel 17 or one of the news stations out here in the morning.
Nice.
Friday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. We had a bunch of students here, full student section. We had parents doing coffee and donuts. Big
nice.
crowd at homecoming game, big crowd at every game. And they supported well. I mean, they were happy to see varsity football back. And hopefully we're big crowds again this year. We give them a little something to cheer about.
Offensively, what can we expect from Pecatonica this year, Coach?
About the same as last year. We're a jet rocket team. We run the complex and stuff off of it. We're not blessed with big running back size down here. I got one decent-sized fullback. Plus, a lot of athletes got a little speed. They're the biggest kids in the world, but we can run, so we're going to try and get them in space and make some things happen.
How about defensively? Is there somebody going to be counting on this year defensively for you guys?
Yeah, defensively, up front, we're looking at Nathan Cook. He's a returning junior D lineman for us, big kid. Got pretty strong over the winter and into the spring. Worked himself over the summer to get in better shape, and looking for him to be a leader up front and cause some disruptions for us.
And smaller schools, even the larger schools now, nobody two platoons or has that option. Will all your kids be going both way, or do you have some kids that will come in and out on offense and defense?
Yeah, most of our kids will be going 2 ways, and scout special teams 3 ways. So, yeah, we can't. Our numbers are up. We're okay with numbers, but we are sitting at 60 or 80 varsity kids. So, no, our kids are going to play both ways, and be ready to block and tackle, carry the ball, do a bunch of other things.
And quarterback situation, good to go for this year too, Coach?
Yeah, quarterback's good. We got 2 quarterbacks. We got Ben Kynes returning from last year, and we got Mitchell Mulcahy here, moved in there from wingback last year. And we'll have two ready to go in the season.
Special teams, kicking game and the punting game, can you count on that this year, Coach?
Actually, we returned, Ben Kynes, one of our returning quarterbacks from last year. He was our kicker and field goal kicker for us last year, and he did a very good job. Looking forward to having him back. And he got much better throughout the year, and hopefully he got a little stronger, maybe kick some field goals this year for distance if we need to. Punting game, we're working on finding a punter. My punter graduated last year. We got a sophomore coming up, going to be a junior. Jake Deppy punted last year for us down to fresh soft, so we'll see if he takes it over or if we got to find someone else.
And you're going to be losing one of your rivals down the road here. South Beloit's going to be going to the Northeastern Athletic Conference. You'll kind of miss them, won't you? You guys played pretty competitive football with them. Yeah,
they're been a good matchup for us here the last couple of years. That's our last year going against them. They have another new coach, so we'll see what they bring us. Yeah, they always come down here. They got good athletes. They got to be prepared for what they're going to do, and we make some tackles. And they've been a pretty good game for us the last couple of years.
And you kick off the season on August 28th against East Dubuque. Any thoughts on playing them to start the season?
It's a long road trip, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, it is.
In fact, Pecatonica to East Dubuque, and we have to leave about noon to get there. But they're a solid program. I mean, we haven't played against them here at Tech in the last couple of years. I coached against them when I was at Duran when they were pretty darn good, going to the quarterfinals and semifinals for a few years there. Haven't coached against them in the last couple of years. Solid program. They're probably going to run the same stuff. Ain't heard about them changing anything up, so I kind of have an idea what they're going to do, but, playing them first week, you really don't know exactly what they're going to do, but we got an idea.
If I talk to you at the end of the season, what would be what you want to tell me? What would you want to accomplish at Pecatonica this year?
And like I tell the kids, I go, you play the regular season, get in the plaplayoffs. If you talk to me at the end of the year, we're 5-4 in the playoffs, we'll be very happy. Obviously, coming off a 1-8 year and not having a varsity team 2 years ago, people, some people might think that's out of the realm of possibilities. No, we don't. We put the time in. We got the kids, we got some athletes who can do it. Obviously, our conference ain't the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
We look at our schedule, it ain't the easiest, but if you're not shooting for the playoffs during the regular season, then I don't know what you're shooting for. So, if we're at the playoffs, you call me on the playoff show at the end of the year, that'd be obviously that's our big dream. Our dream is, if we have a successful season, improve on what we did last year, all that other stuff, I'll be happy. But if we're in the playoffs, we'll be pretty happy around here.
Well, thanks, Coach, for taking time, and we look forward to the start of the football season, and good luck to Pecatonica.
All right, thank you very much.
We've been talking to Eric Bergin, the head football coach at Pecatonica. For the Pigskin Preview, this is Dave Schmidt.